Hey y'all, it is Magnolia Money, and today we have a video for May 29th for 6 different states. Those will include Kentucky, Louisiana, Florida, Missouri, North Carolina, and Virginia. And this is for your Cash 3, Pick 3, Daily 3, or whatever your state chooses to call it. Now, what we're going to look for on here is your next draw's winning number, but this will actually work for the entire day of May 29th. Now, we have 6 states: Kentucky, Louisiana, Florida, Missouri, North Carolina, and Virginia. And we're going to start here with Kentucky. Just to make a note here, you'll notice that the date sum is 4, which is what is being highlighted on each of these rundowns. Now, with that being said, you'll notice that there's no 4s up here. This leaves you a really large gap. So what we've had to do is take the 4s that was in this particular pattern and mirror those, which would take it to a 9. So your next draw's winning number is going to come from this area here as well as right here. And you guys can cross-reference it with the other rundowns. So anytime you see a gap like this, you want to make sure that you use your mirrors to kind of help give you a directional starting point on where to find your next numbers. Now feel free to pause the video or screenshot at any point for any of these states that you will find useful. Now for Louisiana, we have the same thing going on here. You'll notice that we had some of these mirrored out over here, but we had all the 4s playing right here next to each other. All right, so that is going to be for the state of Louisiana. We're going to go to Florida, and you will see here there's an extremely large gap with no 4s. So we definitely had to make sure that we use the mirrors of the 9s for that, as well as the section up here. So that'll give you guys a good starting point. And we're going to go to Missouri. Now, if you notice here, there's a little something different going on with Missouri. You've actually got a unique pattern set up. You've got your 4s right through here. You have them down here, but they're all mirrored. So usually you want to look through, like maybe coming from right here and playing up, because that is going to be the same pattern flow. Whatever it is down here on the bottom will match here at the top. So if you start from like right here, but I would start with this line and then figure out numbers that are moving upward, and then I would start here and figure out numbers that are moving upward, and then just basically cross-reference those with any method you're currently using, as well as these other methods that are on the screen. So whatever you find here, you would want to take and use and look at over here to see that would cross through or use in this section right here and in this section right here. Again, most of these numbers will usually have at least 1 to 2 mirrors in them. Sometimes every single one of them will mirror off of the rundowns, but usually it's 1 to 2. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your numbers. Now you'll also notice for the state of North Carolina, you had a large gap in here without any 4s. We marked those 9s as well, so that will give you guys a good starting point. So again, you can feel free to pause and screenshot this. And I hope that you find that this is useful and helpful for you guys. If you're not familiar with how to set these up, you can always check out my other videos on Cash 3 through the playlist on my channel, and that will give you more information. Now, as far as Virginia, you guys can see here that you had your 9s play in this section and then right here. And you will see that we have those, went ahead and highlighted them right there. And I did not highlight them on this one, your 9s. I did not mark those off, but they do play right next to each other as far as with your date sum. So when you get ready to choose your next night's winning number or your next draw, be sure to look at what's coming off around that and keep it in mind that you do have your mirror next to it. So guys, that's it. That's all 6 states here. I hope that you guys will be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And if you'd like to see your state, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know which state. And I will see you guys soon. Later, y'all.